What's up, everybody? Welcome to the rebranded show. It's now the All In podcast, All In show. So, before anything else, go ahead and just subscribe. And we're going to get on into this little session we got going on today. I have the very first guest
Oh,
of the new rebranded show.
oh my
So,
gosh. Wow.
Shay
Thank you.
Wilson, right?
Yes.
Last name Wilson?
Yes.
Okay, cool. She is a student at CSU Pueblo, Colorado, and she is the president of Associated Student Government, correct?
Yeah.
At,
Associated Students Government.
okay, at the university. So, a very big leader within the college campus and doing a lot of things for the community in general. So, Shay, I'm glad you're here. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course.
Yeah, this is great.
How are you?
I'm good today. Today's a good day.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got paid.
that's always good.
Yeah.
I'm always excited when I get paid.
Me too. And I get paid again in 2 days. I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
what?
today's a good day.
You get paid in like 2 times in 1 week?
Yeah. Well, I have 2 jobs.
Oh, okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. But then, like, after I get paid, it just fucking,
Yeah.
it's gone. And, like, well, not gone, but I'm spending bills on
Yeah.
bills.
It's hard,
It is.
Yeah. Like
It's a tough life we live.
inflation does not match what we make. It's hard
Oh,
for us.
trust me.
Yeah.
I'm
Our
aware.
generation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I work a very, I wouldn't say mediocre job, but I don't get paid enough for what we do.
Yeah. Why would you say mediocre? Why would you call your job mediocre?
I
Do you
said
enjoy what you
I
do?
wouldn't call it
Oh.
mediocre
Why would you
So-
say that though? What do you do?
because that's why I said I wouldn't call it mediocre. But I'm an EMT at the ER.
Oh my
So,
gosh. Wow.
yeah, it's not mediocre, but we don't get paid enough. I mean, first responders
Oh
in
my
general
gosh.
don't get paid enough for what they do. So, unless you're like a nurse or even like paramedics make more than we do, but by like $10, $15. And they still have to pick up a lot of overtime. Same with
Mm-hmm.
nurses. So, I've definitely
Wow.
talked to a lot of nurses, a lot of just medical staff in general. And if you're not working for like a high paying fire department or a bigger hospital or bigger agency, or you have like a better job that requires experience within the career field, like being a flight nurse or a flight medic, or even like doctors, you're not, like, it's hard to get by. And if you have kids and a family, it's hard. But enough about what I do.
So you like save people when they're like if they just got like hit by a car or something. You're like,
Yes, so they get transported to the hospital.
okay.
So they have a private ambulance that works on the streets along with the fire department. So they're the initial first responders. If it's a critical situation or if someone's just calling 911 to go to the hospital, which a lot of people do, that's just the reality of EMS. They go to the hospital and then we provide further care. But specifically for like critical situations, yeah, car wrecks, traumas, you name it. They come to the hospital, we see it.
Wow. So you're in the ambulance or you're in like the part after the ambulance?
I'm in the hospital.
Oh my
So
gosh. Wow.
post initial stabilization on scene.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it gets hectic, crazy, but it's fun, thrilling, and a big adrenaline rush for sure when it's actually happening. And you never know. It's always at the least time you expect it.
Yeah.
So it's, it's not mediocre, but
Yeah.
we don't get
I have
paid
a friend
enough
who's
for.
practicing to be a surgeon right now, so I commend people who are in that field because, yeah, I can't do blood like that or, yeah, stuff like that. I see throw up and I'm ready to throw up too. Like,
fair.
I'm over,
A
I'm
lot
done.
of people do. A lot of people do. But
Yeah.
enough about what I do. Shay, how was your week?
My week, it was all right. I didn't really do too much this week.
No, that
No,
seems like
I'm like, I don't know if I should say
Don't-
why. I
don't
don't know if
put
it's
some, like,
appropriate.
put some emphasis, put some like pizzazz in that week. What is something eventful and exciting that has happened this week for you?
I started my period.
All right. Yeah, that's
So I didn't really do too much.
That's crazy. All right.
I'm
Shout
like,
out,
is it appropriate?
shout out to all the women out there, going through it.
Yeah,
Every
so,
month.
Monday and Tuesday were like relax at home
You're
days.
like,
Yeah,
damn.
just taking a breather, and kind of so was yesterday. What's today, Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I had some meetings on Monday, ASG
Uh huh.
and running that.
Okay. All right. Well, I can see why you didn't want to get into that, but that's fair.
Well, hey, I mean, it's a normal thing though.
No, like,
It's normal.
nothing going on within the college this week besides like meetings.
Um, I guess not. We have homecoming coming up. I guess that's really what everyone is focusing on right now,
Mm-hmm.
is focusing on homecoming, which is next week. There's so many different aspects to it: the homecoming pack family dinner, the pack mixer, the homecoming dance, which ASG is running, the homecoming tailgate, the homecoming bonfire. There's just a lot of different parts to it. So I think that's really what the school is being prepared for right now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's coming up. Yeah. And I'm on homecoming court this year for the first time. I'm excited.
Nice.
Yeah. I hope I win. I want to win so bad.
Well, you're the president.
Yeah,
You
but
have
I could very well not win too,
you
though.
do, but you got a lot of popularity, for sure.
I don't like
So
that word.
got a lot of swing, a lot of sway, a lot of what is the word? Got a lot of pull.
Yeah, maybe pool. I don't like popularity. I feel like that's like,
It's like a
it
synonym
just,
for popularity.
yeah, but I feel like it has like a negative connotation to me. Like popularity. It sounds like,
Well, I wouldn't hold it against you. That's more so like a good thing since you're very involved in campus life.
yeah.
So it's not a bad thing that a lot of people are very active. Well, I wouldn't say not a lot of people. You're very active in the university.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. I hope I win.
fingers
Fingers
crossed,
crossed.
baby.
Oh, jeez. You
So
gotta buy me a Coke.
don't hold your breath. I'm just making that mediocre pay, baby. So no, I'll get you a Coke.
Okay. Actually, I don't really like Coke. If I'm gonna drink a soda, which I don't do, I'm gonna have a Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll take a Dr. Pepper.
all right. Dr. Pepper it is. So
Yeah.
Shay, I never asked this in person or in general. I like to
Okay.
ask this question and kind of get to know the person a little bit. What are you going to school for?
I am currently in the Masters of Social Work program. I just graduated in August with my bachelor's in psychology, and I also did a minor in media entertainment and cannabis studies. What I hope to do, I don't know. I kind of really want to go with the flow. I think that's kind of what I've done, like seeing where the world takes me, what opportunities come up, and seeing what really like makes me happy. Like when I'm doing it, that drive of or passion to like keep doing it is there, type of thing. I know I really like leading teams, like team management, advocacy. I really love media too. I'm more of a like in front of the camera type of person. I really like public speaking, governance, policy work, legislative work. I'm actually applying for a legislative internship pretty soon too, so I hope I get in. But
Where at?
it's here at the school actually. It's through CSU Pueblo. It's through the political science department, and you are an intern up in Denver with one of the members of the state senate. And I think you go up there for 2 to 3 days a week. So I'm really hoping that if I get in, I get put with the president. That's where of the state senate. Yeah.
That's a lot. That is, uh, you know, coming from someone who isn't in college and doesn't have that under my belt, that's definitely, you're putting yourself out there,
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to seize opportunities where they come.
Yeah, because in like 10 years from now, I could be like, yeah, I don't really want to do government work, but maybe I want to shift a little more towards something else. So I think right now, I think too many times people like in their 20s, like I feel like 20 to 30 is really for you to figure out what you want to do in this world, you know?
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like too many times, like it's because we live in a society, right, where you have to like figure it out now and make your money now and know what you want to do and know who you are. And I think even with like technology developing, like it's so hard to figure out who you are sometimes and where you want to go. Because the thing is, you don't have to go to college either. That's not the only life skill to have, like there's trade schools, like we need plumbers and people to do construction for us. Like what are you going to do when your toilet doesn't work, right? I don't know. It's just one of those things.
No, that's a fair statement. So how do you feel about younger audiences who you kind of hit it real good, but coming from your own like personal opinion,
Uh-huh.
where the younger generation, I guess, people our age or out of high school, whatever, in your early 20s, coming out of high school, they feel overwhelmed, stressed, depressed,
Mhm.
even because
Yeah.
they don't know what they're doing, they don't know what they want to do, but
Yeah.
the standard is to work a 9 to 5 and retire by your 40,
Mhm.
50, right?
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I do
But
not plan on doing that.
like personally speaking, I love what I do. I like what I do, but I also don't. I feel like there's something missing in a lot of areas in my life. For sure. Like I can have better connections with family,
Okay. Yeah.
enjoy those times and moments a little more because time flies,
Mhm.
and you get lost in that. I
Mhm.
recently lost my grandpa, and
Oh, I'm
it
so sorry. Yeah.
R.I.P. Gramps. It makes you think how time flies like super fast, and it makes you kind of a little emotional
Yeah.
because you see the people that raised you get older, start
Yeah.
to become frail and slower, and you're like, damn, that's a sad thought to think about.
Yeah. I mean, death is scary.
It is. So like in general, like what do you think about that? I mean, in general, I kind of like hit a bunch of different things, but long story short, to put it all together, people in their early 20s feeling lost.
Yeah, it's okay to be lost. I mean, who's ever really like not lost? Like this, I don't even think that's an age thing. Who's ever like sound, like fully sound within themselves, you know? I feel like you're always working on something. And who's also not like depressed in high school? Like I was depressed in high school. I'm sure, well, I can't speak for you, but I feel like it's
I
one of those,
was.
yeah, it's just one of those things where it's well, being in social work, I'm actually learning a lot about that, the Erickson's theory of like the different stages of life. And I can't remember what that one is. Oh, that adolescence is identity versus, I forgot the other one, but it's a thing. So it's okay to be figuring out your identity during this time because, or it's called intimacy versus something, identity or something like that. But it's okay to be lost. It's it's life. Like that's how you figure yourself out, right? You can't really find yourself until you get lost, I feel.
Hmm.
It's just figure yourself out. I feel like too many people are focused on like, oh, I have to figure out who I am right now at this age. Like, and if I don't do it by this age, I'm failing because I'm looking on Instagram or I'm looking on Facebook and I'm seeing this other person doing it. But why am I not at that stage, right? And it's one of those things where it's like you're on your own life path. Some people, like, you ever heard of like some of the most famous celebrities? Some of them didn't get famous, like really famous, until they were like older, until they were like 40 years old, like having like their first big movie when they were like 40, but they've been acting for the past 40 years, right? And you start to think, oh, this is never going to work out for me. And then boom, something happens.
Hmm.
So I think 20s to 30s is really just your time to figure yourself out. Like that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a little bit of policy work, but I'm also doing some media stuff. I'm here doing media stuff. And I also do the social work aspect, like working with the Black Student Union and the NAACP and different, the Young Invincibles, local organizations like that. It's just, yeah, life is too short to put yourself in a box, right? Like to limit yourself. Like allow yourself to have life experiences. If you need to take a gap year, take a gap year. Go travel to Japan and try some new food or something. Even if you're not doing something like, I guess, like, in other words, productive is, that can still help you figure it out. Maybe you're like, oh, I want to learn Japanese, and that helps you get a job doing something else. It's life connects in really crazy ways, I feel like. So I feel like everyone is on their own life path, and you just go with what yours is. You can't ever follow someone else's life path because that's not what God had or the universe has built out for you.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I saw this quote, well, not really a quote, something I've heard. It's okay to feel those raw emotions because they're real.
Yeah.
A lot of people fall into substance abuse
Mm.
because they try to drown out those raw emotions they feel, and then it becomes addicting.
Yeah.
You know, you're trying to create what is it, a permanent temporary solution for a long-term problem, something like that. So I can relate to that, but I always gotta let myself know, like, hey, this is okay. Everything's gonna be okay.
Mhm.
Everything will work out eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like my take on it. But other than that,
That's real.
that's real, sister. I feel you. I feel you. Other
Look, what was that? Sister. Why a sister?
because you're a woman, and if he was like right here, I'd be like, that's real, brother. You know,
Yeah.
kind of thing. It's like mutual. Like I gotta respect the gender.
Yeah.
Like I don't like what. Okay. Anyways, back on to discussion. I wanted to ask.
Yes.
All right. I know you got the giggles still, but so what made you get into ASG?
I was the Black Student Union president at the time when the past president was in place. You know, there's been a whole bunch of presidents, but when she was in place, she had asked me to join as a senator, and I had said no a couple times. Actually, I thought that I was too busy. It was sophomore year. I was really focusing on bringing back up the Black Student Union from COVID. This was like 2021, 22, around that time, and I was like, no, I can't do it. I don't have time. And I think it was in the next spring semester. She was like, Shay, we would really love to have you on the team. And I was like, okay. I joined and I was like, yeah, this is where I want to be. Like, I really, that's what I mean. Like, just following experiences and opportunities and kind of seeing what fuels your passion, you know, because you can't really know unless you give it a shot, right? And so I gave it a shot. I was like, oh my gosh, I love Associated Students Government. I get to help all students in different areas of the college. Like, I'm not just focusing on just the Black students anymore, right? In the Black Student Union, I have that group to focus on them, and then I have this where I was the senator at large and the CHAS senator. So I was the senator for the entire CHAS department. That's like humanities, so psychology, sociology, criminology, all those majors. And I felt like I really had a purpose there. Like, I was taking in input from the students. They were saying, this isn't working in my class or in my building or in my curriculum. And I was taking it back to a group of students who actually had some sort of power to change these things in a good way for the students. And I really love that. Like, I love being a part of a team that does great, which is why I feel like I'll eventually go into government of some capacity, even if I'm not necessarily like running for an office. I think an ideal position for me would be like a consultant or an advisor to someone who's in office, something like that maybe.
Thanks, fair.
Yeah.
I think any young ambitious person should, if they have a goal to be an advocate or a leader in some capacity, you should definitely run for mayor or
Derek
city
ran for
council. He did, and
Derek ran for mayor. Don't
he-
shake your head. You did it.
he did. Yes,
I was posting you and everything.
and that I know I gotta turn that down, and that's I like it to see a younger audience do something like that, because we have all these older audiences, older people running for these positions. I've talked to
Yeah.
one of the county commissioners.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, I've always kind of thought about running for office too, but I don't have any experience or any like educational background in it, and I'm still young. And he schooled me right away. He was like, listen, dude,
Yeah.
you are young for this.
Yeah.
Like, you're
It's one of those things where, like, yeah, certain positions you kind of get into at different ages.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that 100%, but I have like some feedback, because even though if like I don't have an educational background or experience for it, like what's to say I can't do something for the community? What's to say
Yeah.
like I can't be the spokes? All you need is a suit and tie, a fresh haircut. You go down to the county courthouse, you walk around, people are like, "Are you an official?" And you're like,
Well, I
"No."
think you still definitely need background on how government works in order to be
Yeah,
in.
but I feel like you can learn that along the way,
Yeah.
because you'll have advisor with you,
Yeah.
so they can just kind of coach you up on what's going on.
Yeah. It's good to definitely like learn some law aspects of it too. Like that's also important too when it comes to policies. Is understanding like how laws run, because I feel like yeah, there's certain stuff you can learn on the job, but like you also maybe need some type of outside, like after the meeting or after the job educational aspects. I feel like it's maybe not just putting on a suit and tie,
Trust me,
because I feel like
it's about putting on a
just
suit and tie.
seeing some of these people. Well, I guess it depends on the way you look at that. I can agree, actually.
How can you agree?
I'm thinking about like the current administration. I don't think a lot of them are qualified
Nationally
in.
or
Yes,
locally?
nationally. Yeah.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
what?
Oh no, I love our Colorado. I actually like a good amount of our Colorado legislative members right now. Michael Bennett, I'm a big fan of him. Joe Neguse, John Hickenlooper, I'm a big fan of them.
All
James
wearing suits,
Coleman.
all suited up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the attire to wear.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, what
It
else are you
is.
gonna wear,
You're
right?
right. But look at Trump. No education. Well, probably some, education, but no experience in
Yeah. I was like, yeah.
politics.
Now that I think about it, I
He
can
wears a
definitely agree
suit.
with you.
He has billions of dollars.
Yeah. Does he have
Billions.
billions
I
of
don't know.
dollars?
I don't know how much he has. Supposedly he does. And he
Yeah.
ran for office and won because of clout,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, you're right. I think that is sad.
And there was this one time I was in a suit. I was doing a little photo shoot, and I was at the county courthouse, and I had a few people come up. They're like, "Are you like running for office?" I'm like, "If the shoe fits,
Yeah. Well, I think also being a man in a suit is a little bit different than being a woman in a suit.
How so?"
I think that people are always going to assume that you're running versus if they saw me and you wearing a suit next to each other. I think that they would think I'm a journalist or something first, right? Or an assistant, or I'm a member, but I'm not running for office though.
So, do you think women have more of a disadvantage?
There's just not a lot of female representation in government, and not because they're not running, but because they're not winning. Yeah. So I think that's it, because that is not being seen as much. They're not going to be like, oh, yeah, she's running for office.
I see your point.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate because maybe we should see some more female politicians.
Yeah.
They
There's one
say
in office right now. I love her, Jasmine Crockett. Yeah.
Where
She's
at?
just, I think she's in Texas. Yeah. Texas.
You threw names at me that I'm so unfamiliar with, but that's
Oh,
okay.
that's okay. I'm not like a pro at politics and their
You just
names.
name like 8 to 10.
Yeah, those are the ones that I like follow. The ones that I like what they're doing, I follow for sure.
Okay.
I mean, you as a young person who does care about these things, like I'm like, okay, well, I need to be aware of what's going on in the country, right? I can either be oblivious or I can know a little bit of what's going on, even if I don't understand it 110%.
That's fair.
It's important.
That's
That's
fair.
why I work with different
Speaking
organizations.
about all of this, politics, what's going on within the government just shut down.
Yeah.
And that creates a lot of issues for really the Americans, not so much the politicians, because, I mean, they can shut it down and they can still build a ballroom within the White House, but then federal firefighters, the VA service members are kind of left to be hanging dry. You know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts on the whole situation going on? You think there's ever going to be a solution to this? This has been going on for years now.
What's been going on for years?
Government shutdown.
Oh, years. Well, it just happened. Well, the
It
last
did.
one was like 7 years ago, but I'm pretty
No,
sure it
it
was when he
was
was in office. Though, again.
2023.
Oh, okay.
I remember because I had a federal job, and
Oh,
they kept
okay.
telling me like, "Hey, the government is
Oh,
gonna shut
you're
down
right. I do
here
remember
and there."
that. I
And
do
it was
remember that.
always like every single week we would get an update. Like, we don't know when this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
From when I first got employed to where I left employment, and it was just an ongoing thing, and it happened for months, and they never had a solution to it.
Yeah, well, this is what happens when the country votes for someone who's not qualified for the job. You end up in situations like this, right? So,
Sure.
We wouldn't end up in a situation like this if the person was doing their job right.
So what do you think got us in this situation?
A person who's not qualified is in this position, and that's how we ended up in this, right? Because like, let's think of a team, right? A regular team of anybody, let's say McDonald's, right? If everyone's doing their job, no orders are messed up, right? But if the leader is not leading, or have you ever watched like Chef Gordon Ramsay, or like, I love cooking shows. That's what I
have.
think of
Who
when I
hasn't?
think of government. Like
Hell's
that in
Kitchen?
my head, that's how I make an easy comparison to people when they're asking about government. And I always use the cooking shows. I'm like, okay, so in Chef Gordon Ramsay, right? You always have like the team, one of the chefs who's like the leader. Like they're calling out the tickets, the receipts. They're leading all of the different stations, right? And if that person is not doing it right, everything else fails. No one knows what food is going on what plate, what time they need to drop the food in, all of that. So that's kind of what's happening. It is what's happening right now. It's not kind of. It's what's happening right now. We wouldn't end up in this situation if the person leading the team was leading the team. Mistakes should not be made of this capacity, right? Like, this is a very large thing to happen. It's not just like, oh, I can't even think of something smaller because it shouldn't even be occurring. I feel really bad for a lot of the people who are going to be affected by this, which includes students.
You talking just political leaders in general, or the chief of, what is it? I don't know. Fuck it. Trump.
I mean, I think, the current president and anybody that's been appointed that does not have the qualifications. I can't name everyone off the top of my head, but there's a lot of people in high political positions right now who have little to no background in these departments at all. Like, for example, the Department of Education, right? The person who's running that, do you know WWE?
Mm-hmm.
I used to want to be a WWE wrestler.
Who didn't?
Yeah, my favorite wrestler was Undertaker. I was so into it. But anyways, WWE, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know Vince McMahon. He ran WWE.
Yep.
His wife runs the Department of Education right now. She has no background in anything but WWE. Why are you leading the Department of Education? Yeah. And that's why we have, situations like our HSIs right now. They're being defunded, which is Colorado State University Pueblo, which means that a lot of our not only undocumented students, but a lot of our students who are Latino, they're feeling the effects of this right now, all because of their ethnicity. And that's awful, like, to be targeted like that.
So what does that mean? Their tuition is...
a lot of our... So... it's in the big beautiful bill that's being passed right now. There's a lot of stuff that's in there, but one of the things is that they're going to be doing cuts to HSI's funding, and that includes our research, like really good stuff that the students are doing on campus. Starting, I think it says starting, if it gets through, starting July 2026, so this upcoming summer, if you're not taking 15 credits per hour, you don't count as full-time for FAFSA. And now it used to be 12 credits per hour. And so 15, essentially now you have to pay more to get some FAFSA now, instead of just taking regular full-time credits and just getting FAFSA to help with your education. There's a lot of different things in that bill that's just really unfortunate. Luckily, I'm in my master's program, so I don't have to worry about Pell Grant, things like Pell Grant that are going to be going away or being defunded. And when you're in your master's, you don't get Pell Grant anymore. But I couldn't imagine like worrying about that right now, being like, oh, I'm almost about to graduate. I got one more year left, and now the main source of funding for me to get my education is gone, and I got like 1 year left or one semester. I couldn't imagine that. So, yeah. So I'm trying to get my degree and I'm like, before he take away everything.
What can we do? What can we do to fix the problem? What can political leaders do to fix the issue?
Invest in young people. There's a lot of good organizations, at least in Colorado, that I know of that really feed into young people who are into advocacy and policy, or even just kind of being in that sphere in general. Young Invincibles, they're based in Denver. There's New Era of Colorado. I think they're also based in Denver, but they have a chapter in Springs as well. Those both focus on youth, like 18 to 34, and getting them involved in knowing what's even going on. Like, not just saying, oh, vote this way or that way. It's about knowing how to even understand what a bill is, Do you understand what a policy is? You know, when you get that blue ballot book and it has all the different policies that are being offered to like your city or your county, it's like how to understand that. Like, do you even understand what's being in there? It's really about getting young people aware of these things, because I feel like our young people, it's not like young people tend to not really be involved in these things. It's not like our generation specifically, but I think that technology has really kind of like, instead of helping it become a closer or bridge the gap, it's like driving a divide, because now we're more watching it on our phones rather than like being in person, even if we're not actively engaging in it. So I think that technology is like, I wish that it was helpful towards it, but it's really just like we'd rather, like, if we could vote on our phones, we would, right? No one would be going to the polls anymore. Like, that would just be raised, bless you. And yeah.
Are you from Pueblo?
No, I'm from Gary, Indiana. But I was also raised in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
How long have you been in Pueblo?
I moved out here fall 2020. I left spring 2020, and then I came back summer 2021. Wait, no. I came August 2020. I left December 2020 and came back in like April of 2021.
So you mainly here for college? Did
Yeah.
you get like a full ride scholarship, or did you just how did you end up at CSU?
I have family who was in the military, and they ended up getting stationed out at Fort Carson, like ones who are way older than me, and they ended up staying here and living in Colorado. And I really wanted to go to school out of state, even though there's great schools in my state, like Notre Dame, IU Bloomington, IU State, Indiana State, but Purdue. But I was like, I really did not want to go to school in state. Like, I felt like my purpose was bigger, right? I was like, I need to go and like explore myself. So I checked out CSU Pueblo. I really loved it because I thought it was small enough to still represent the environment that I had in high school. And it wasn't too big like CSU Fort Collins, where I felt like maybe like, oh, I'm not ready for this yet, you know, type of, because I feel like CSU Pueblo and CSU Fort Collins have a different vibe, you know, right? Like there's,
One's a smaller scale, one's a bigger scale.
yeah, and I didn't feel ready for that. And I'm really glad that I chose CSU Pueblo, because I feel like it put me in a position to really have to find myself, you know, rather than just like being in college and graduating. I feel like there's a difference between like going to college and getting involved in building versus like going to college, getting your degree, and getting a job. So
I can attest to that. The main reason, I shouldn't say only, everyone's there to get a degree. The biggest reason I would go to college, I want to go to college again, is for the involvement within the university. And I don't want to just go to like a community college. I want to go to a university and just dive into the culture. But personally, in extroverts, but as you know, I'm getting older. I'm not that old, but as I learn
how old are
through
you?
23, just turned 23, baby.
Congratulations. Happy late birthday.
Thank you. But yeah, as time moves on, you got to kind of think about what areas you can put energy into and what areas you don't need to put energy into. But I'm not naturally, it kind of just slowly came to me. I love to network. So I'm just a big people person, very social, very big extrovert. You can put me in any university and I would thrive. I would just be so involved. I would be going up to random people and just chatting it up. I would be doing a whole bunch of stuff. You know, that's just like one of my skill sets I have. You know, I have the confidence to do that. So I love CSU Fort Collins because it's a bigger scale than CSU Pueblo. And I feel you can reach a different demographic and a different audience than a smaller scale university. But I also just love universities in general because you can still create that same kind of culture you want and get involved at any kind of university.
Yeah, I love CSU Fort Collins too. I'm really excited to be on the President's podcast next week.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, I was picking out my outfit today because I was like, okay, it's got to be green, right?
For CSU Fort Collins?
Yeah.
Oh, so you plan ahead for outfits?
Yeah, well, I watched some of the past episodes. And I noticed that a lot of the things were green, right? Because that's their color. So I was like, okay, well, I got to match the vibe. I can't be the only one not wearing green, right? Even
Mm,
like the room is green, like her
nah.
chairs are green, she's
You know what
wearing
I say?
green.
Forget about it. You go the complete. If they're wearing blue, you wear red. If they're wearing pink, you wear white, purple. I don't know. Just be the complete opposite.
Oh, okay. We'll think about it.
I just throwing it out there. You don't gotta take what I don't know.
No, yeah, no,
I
yeah.
kind
I
of
would definitely
just
take it into consideration.
I dress whatever's in my closet. Really,
Yeah.
I don't have. If I can wear a suit all the time and the weather was great, I
Mm-hmm.
definitely would. I want people to see me as like when they first see me, what is it? The first interaction, first impressions matter.
Mm-hmm.
So when someone sees you, they're like, "Dang, you know, I can vote for that guy," or I can like, "Why is he wearing a suit?" kind of thing. Like every
Mm-hmm.
time I see someone wearing a suit, I'm like, "Wow, they look good." Shit, I'm like, "God
Yeah.
damn." And I'm over here wearing a Coors Banquet T-shirt right now.
No, that doesn't make you any less. I mean, what do you think these people wear outside of their jobs, right? Like they have other regular clothes, I'm
Freak
sure.
shirts.
What?
Freak shirts.
Oh,
No, with the word freak on it, not like
do you have one of those?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Word at PacFest.
Oh, I don't know if I noticed that.
They were
Probably
selling
not.
them at Packfest.
They were selling them at
They were
Packfest?
selling them at PacFest, yeah.
Oh, was it like the first tent on the right when you
It was
walk
Ricky's.
It
in?
was Ricky's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I did hear that song. You know what? A couple students actually did say that to me. That makes sense now.
That
That makes so much sense.
what did they say?
They were like, "Yeah, why is he singing this song about freaks and big boobs or something?" Like, I guess doesn't he say that in the song
Yeah,
or
he
something?
said
I
something
didn't hear
about
it.
that. I don't know.
I didn't hear the song because I was like running back and forth doing what I got to do. But yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know
Rich
what
the
he.
kid's gonna sing about.
No, but like, yeah, no, they definitely enjoyed Rick. Yeah, I just think once it became a certain part where I guess he was playing like a lot of like his EDM stuff, and the students were like, I feel like it's one of those niche genres where it's like, yeah, like some people are like, oh yeah, then some people are like,
People
nah,
fuck with it. People don't fuck with it.
yeah, and I
You
feel like
know.
you got to be in like a certain situation too.
Yeah, but for what he's doing
I like raves,
and
me personally. I like a good rave.
what happened that night,
Oh yeah,
it was good. I
I got my Instagram photo though. Like
I
me on the
saw
gram.
that.
Did you see?
I
Yeah,
saw that.
like me on the
Yeah,
gram. At Shay Mary Wilson.
he was
Follow me on
basically
the gram.
the headliner of the show without even being the headliner of the show.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest artist is always going to be the headliner of the show. But yeah,
No, what I'm saying
yeah.
is Ricky was basically the headliner without being the headliner.
Oh, yeah,
Since Rich the kid didn't go on.
yeah.
I actually want to kind of go into that a little bit
Okay.
because that
Yeah.
was it was a fun night. I enjoyed it,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of moments, I guess, within the night that were just like kind of give me the side eye. I
Yeah.
was like, what? Like what? Like the strawberries being thrown on stage?
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
did
that
you
was
feel about that?
unfortunate. Yeah, it wasn't great, but I mean, if you're going to throw something, at least have good aim.
They didn't have good aim.
No, I didn't get hit.
Where
It just
did they get the
landed on
strawberries from?
stage.
Where did these strawberries
I didn't even
come?
like dodge it. Like I was just like walking and it just like
Mm.
yeah, so
Where did the strawberries come from?
it came from someone in the crowd, a hater. You got to I mean,
Do you know where they got the strawberries?
yeah, they were handing out like a whole bunch of strawberries. I think it was from Karen Share. They had like a whole pallet of strawberries to give out for free. You didn't take any home? I took like a whole
No.
I took a
I'm
hot
not-
couple packs
not a
home.
big
You didn't see
strawberry
those,
eater.
Derek?
I took some strawberries.
Yeah, yeah, they were handing them out.
There was like
It was like you were there. It's like
dozens of
you know where you
pallets.
were at by the stage where you were taking photos off to
Yeah.
like the right side. So it was like to your left.
Oh, okay.
It was like right in the middle.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow. So it rained that night,
Yes, it did.
and that's
Rain,
why Rich
lightning,
the kid
thunder.
didn't go on.
Yeah, well, the school at first said that we had to stop because of the lightning, because of there was a storm going through Pueblo. Like it wasn't going to stop in Pueblo, but it was going through. So they were like, okay, we'll just wait for it to go through. We'll come back on, right? But the equipment on stage got like rained on really bad, and I think pretty much Rich the kid was like, yeah, like it's not going to work. Like the stage is wet, the equipment is wet, and yeah. So he took his meet and greet photos, and he was out. I'm just happy that I got mine. That's what I kept telling everybody. I was like, this is not ASG. This is Slice. Talk to them. All I know is I got my Instagram photo, and I was good. I'm sorry for anybody who didn't.
What time did he show up? Did he come later in the night? Was he even
Yeah,
there?
he definitely came late.
I mean, he was there, but like,
No, he came like late, like hours. Like I think he came like 7 hours late or something. Like yeah. But I mean, that's what artists do though. A lot of artists are like that. So it's not just him.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm honestly unfamiliar with Rich the Kid. I've only heard
Yeah.
Plug Walk.
He was one of those artists that was maybe a little bit more popular around like 2016, 2017, 2018
I
type of
can
time.
for sure see that.
Yeah. And it's just one of those things where I've never served on the committee for building PacFest. This upcoming year I am, though. So hopefully I'll be able to have like a little bit more say in what's going on for that. But I'm just always the MC, you know, that's kind of just my only part in that. But yeah, there's a lot of aspects that go into building PacFest. It's like how much money, it's like first, what is the budget in general, right? Figuring that out. From student fees, because the thing is, students always want a big artist, but we're like, you know, we have to charge you in your student fees to get this, right? And then they get mad when their student fees go up like 25 cents, you know, and it's like, well, 25 cents from everybody's probably like, you know, $100,000 or something, but you don't want to do it. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, how much money do we have from student fees? And then how much of that is the whole budget? Now we have to pay the light people, the sound people, the people who set up the stage and all that good stuff. And then, okay, how much money is left from that? And then we have to make sure we buy the stuff for the green room for all the artists and the snacks and whatever they need. And then it's, okay, what artist is available during the time that we're doing PacFest? And then, or no, it's first getting the votes from the students. And of course, they want to ask for like the top people possible. And you know what I always tell the students? I always go, you know, when the artists are like, oh, I don't come unless it's $50,000 for a show. You ever heard a rapper say something like that? Like, oh, I don't come for $100,000 or less for a show. Yeah, they mean that. Like, they get paid. And, so yeah, so then it's what do the students vote for, and then okay, who's what time are we doing PacFest, and who's available even during that time before we even look at prices, because you got to see, because they might be having their own tour or their own shows going on that during that time based on that whole list. And then it's okay, how much are all these people asking for? And then if the number one person is like the whole budget, well, we can't do that because then there's no one else to go on, right? Like that's just kind of it, unless they go on for free. And yeah, there's a lot of aspects that go into PacFest. And then it's like getting the vendors there. That costs money to have the vendors there. Like
For sure.
for like the permit and stuff like that. It's a whole thing.
Running an event in general is a lot of logistical planning.
Yeah,
I've tried to
I commend
do
Slice
it,
for
and
that.
it's not easy.
Yeah.
I haven't put on the event. I want to in the future, but it's not an easy, because it comes down to your budget.
Mm-hmm.
So I 100% agree with you right there.
Yeah, because
But-
everybody got to get paid, and that's
Exactly.
a lot of people when it comes to stuff.
But, PacFest was fun. As far as like being an MC,
yes.
who is the DJ other than Ricky?
DJ Big Steve.
I really liked him DJing when nobody was on stage and it was kind of like silent, waiting for the next crowd to go on.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, Shay. You're a great MC.
Yeah. I mean,
You're
I'm not
great-
a DJ, so it's okay. I don't feel
hold
offended.
on. You're a great public speaker too. What I think is to keep in mind for the future, I don't want to hear you talk for 20 minutes. I'd rather listen
Yeah.
to whatever that DJ is going to play. It keeps me still, hyped up. And
Okay.
Still
Like, what do you mean? Like, give me an
like-
example.
Like when so I guess when another act was coming on and
Uh-huh.
then you went up to go MC, it was like 10 minutes, or like it felt like a long period of time,
Yeah.
when like I would rather be listening, like go on for like 5 minutes, give a little MC scramble.
Yeah,
whatever
but
you
like,
do.
what was I saying?
I don't. This was like
I'm like,
3
I-
weeks ago. I can't recall the specific
It wasn't even that
MC
long ago.
you said. It was literally like 3 weeks ago. I mean, that's not that long, but
Yeah.
it was still like, it was enough time for me to not remember exactly word
Okay.
for word what you said.
That's fair.
For me to have like some feedback
Yeah.
for it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Thank you for
So,
your feedback.
Like Yeah, I mean, I definitely, it was a good event in general. I wish Rick the Kid would have gone on
Yeah,
to
me
like
too.
kind of end out the show, close it out, and kind of end the night on a good note instead of just like raining because everybody lined up to go see him and take a picture.
Yeah, they did.
Like it was like a whole like
Yeah, it was great.
I was like, dude,
There were
like,
some really good photos from the top view too.
oh yeah,
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 I
yeah.
really liked that.
That
Those
was
ones.
cool. That was cool. But he was like wearing a hood. Like he looked sad, kind of
Yeah.
like depressed a little bit.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't think he really wanted to be there anymore, but that's probably what it was.
Do you
Yeah.
think he wanted to be there in general?
I don't know. I don't know what was going on in his mind. I didn't
I don't know.
ask. Yeah.
Nobody really could
I
have
know
asked.
Emmanuel was talking Haitian to him.
Haitian.
Yeah, Rich the Kid is Haitian, and so is our photographer who was taking the guy who was
Oh,
mainly taking the
yes.
photos. Yeah, he's
Where's that at? Where's that?
Haiti.
Oh, okay, okay. I see. I'm like Haitian. Like
No, it's okay.
I'm like, wait.
It's okay.
Okay, it's clicking now. I'm on track.
Yeah.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, they were. Yeah, that was cool to see that. Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed PackFest. Yeah, I love emceeing. I love doing stuff like that. I love doing PackFest. I MC. Pueblo has talent too.
I saw
just
that.
yeah.
See that?
I
That's
love all of them.
That's great emceeing right there.
Thank you.
Because that's like
I mean, I think I did great both times.
you did. Packfest, just talk less, let the DJ more.
Yeah,
But
well,
for
there's
like,
some things I do have to say though. You know, I do have like a script as well, right?
do they make you say this?
Yeah, like there's
Oh,
things. That's why I was
okay.
like, well, what was I saying? Because
Okay.
there might have been a portion where I'm like, I have to like say off the dates of the events every other time that I go up to be like, hey, don't forget to vote for homecoming starting
Okay.
and bonfire and
So they
stuff like
they
that.
make you or they want you to say this.
Is that not the same thing?
I would say like want is like they're wanting it. Making is like it's a stern like you're gonna do this.
Oh, well, they're not stern.
I don't think they are, but it's
Yeah.
like
Yes, it is. Yeah. I have to mention out these things so that way people know. Like, because people are also wondering, like, oh, because homecoming, you usually announce homecoming court at PACFest. This year we didn't. So it was like one of those things where I had to emphasize everybody was like, oh, what about homecoming? And we had to say, like, oh, homecoming voting this year is going to be after PACFest. Usually we announce the court at PACFest. Like, voting had already happened. And we didn't this year. But
okay, that makes sense.
yeah, and just different small stuff like that. But
Yeah.
and there's also like a schedule though. I can't just like send a DJ up because I want to. Like, I'm the MC, right? Like, I'm not in charge of anything other than what they tell me to say.
Okay.
Yeah. You're
That's
like,
fair.
send him up. I'm like, I can't just be like, yeah, go on stage, and they have a whole lineup. They would be like, girl,
That's fair.
that is not your job. And I would be like, and you're right.
Have you, speaking of like musicians, have you heard of Bad Bunny?
Have I heard of Bad Bunny? Yeah.
Yeah. Is it so? I'm very oblivious to like there's BHAD Bunny, right? And then there's BAD Bunny, right?
I think you're thinking of Bad Baby.
I am thinking of Bad Baby.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. She's an artist too. She's not
She
going to be at the
is,
Super
but I'm
Bowl. Though.
specifically talking about is he Venezuelan? Puerto Rican
Yeah,
Bad Bunny.
I think he's Puerto
I
Rican.
think I don't know. He's, you know where I know him from?
Where?
First time I've ever seen him.
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore 2.
I feel like that's a movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
have
feel like
you
it's
not
one.
seen Happy Gilmore?
Well, Happy Gilmore is. Oh, it's that Adam Sandler movie.
Yes.
Yes, the new one. Okay, yeah, I did watch that on Netflix. Yes.
He was the caddy.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, he was really funny in that one. Actually.
Super funny.
Yeah.
I would love to see him.
Wait,
in
that
more
was the
movies.
first time that you've ever seen or heard of
First
Bad Bunny?
time.
Oh, that's
And then I
crazy.
Really? Recently started seeing him on.
You never
social
even heard
media.
like Despacito, that song?
That was by him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, maybe I'm wrong. Actually, maybe it's not.
I don't know. Let me Google this, but yeah, I have never heard of him before. Besides,
He's got a popular song or two. I feel like it's just Bad Bunny. It's like one of those artists where it's like you might not know his songs, but like you know who it is.
Despacito.
Do you talk during this? No. Okay.
Luis Fonsi.
I'm over here like looking. I'm like, say something.
He does not sing Despacito, but
Oh, okay.
he is going to be one of the performers. Honestly, I think they only have one performer at the Super Bowl for 2026.
Isn't it always just one person? I mean, yeah, like sometimes they have a guest or
Yes,
two, but it's always just one person,
it
I
is.
think.
Now that
Yeah.
I think about it, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be cool. I think Bad Bunny's like a great performer. I've never like I don't necessarily listen to his music, but I have heard good things about him from the people who
I
do.
would like to see him more in movies
Uh-huh. Yeah.
as a comedic, like with more comedic appearances.
Yeah,
'Cause
he
he
did
was
really
funny.
good in that
He was
movie. Yeah, now
hilarious.
that I remember, yeah.
I was like, dude, like what?
You're like Happy Gilmore. I'm like, dang, I look, you forgot I watched that
You
movie.
know him by Bad Bunny. I know him by the caddy from Happy Gilmore. So.
Yeah, I feel like those type of movies are like, yeah.
Well, nowadays the Adam Sandler movies and just doing a sequel to Happy Gilmore, it wasn't needed. We could have just left it off at Happy Gilmore 1.
Oh, have you
But
seen that one? Yeah.
I love Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah,
They're
of
great.
course.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
But they're gonna have Ice apparently at the Super Bowl
Ice?
because since he's Puerto Rican, a lot of Puerto Ricans are
Oh,
gonna go and
that
support
okay. I
him.
was like, what? I thought he meant like Ice Spice or something. I'm like,
No,
finish the
like
sentence.
ICE, the I don't know what the acronym stands for, but the government agency ICE.
Yeah.
I don't know if he is like
Wait,
they're gonna be at the Super Bowl
wait, why?
because he's
When is the Super Bowl again?
February 2nd or 7th in February. First 2 weeks
We've
of
had
February.
one too many Super Bowls. We need to have like 2 years in between this stuff because I cannot keep up with this. I'm like, Kendrick Lamar was just at the Super Bowl. How are we already having another one? I feel like that
Those are-
just happened.
That's how sports works.
I remember watching that too. Yep.
I didn't watch the Super Bowl, but
You. Yeah, you over here talking about Bad Bunny. You didn't even watch the most recent one. Yeah.
No, because
you need to go on
football
YouTube after
is-
this. After we're done here, you need to go on YouTube.
football is
It's not about the
irrelevant to
football.
me.
Me too, actually. It's about this. It's about the show. That last year's show was specifically important.
Like Kendrick, like the
Yes.
music show.
Yes, because there were so many really good subliminal messaging about what's going on in the country. And I mean, if you're really thinking about getting into politics and all that stuff, you should really watch it. It has a lot of touches on that. It was really creative. Although I'm a Drake fan, but
I like Drake too. You know, I feel like I can fit the role in politics, but I'm such a there's a part of me that's not a part. There's a big part of my personality that's unfiltered and that just says whatever, no matter who's
I mean,
listening.
when you're a white man, you can do whatever. You
Well,
can.
that's-
Doesn't matter. You can say whatever you want, dude.
And people with,
That's okay.
hey, let's change
You can
that.
be unfiltered.
Okay, it's just not
You are
because
given the privilege to be unfiltered.
I don't. All right. Well, anyways, I'm just unfiltered in general, and some of the stuff I might say would probably kind of go into someone's. They would hear it and they would be like, "Damn, do we really want to vote this guy?" But at the same time, if
Well, I
Trump
mean-
can do it, then
Yeah, I was like, again, and he's a what?
he is.
Is he not?
Yes.
I'm like,
I was
and
gonna say
what have all of our
Caucasian,
other
but
presidents been except for Barack Obama? Tell me
They
again.
have been whites.
And what?
They have, and what
And
do
a
you mean?
man.
And I mean, yes,
So
right.
you can do whatever you want, dude.
We can't forget about the first lady, though. All right.
Yeah. But she wasn't the president.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah. And she ran, and they did not vote for her.
All right,
so.
Shay, you got me.
Why?
You got me. All right. I don't have anything to say to that.
Yeah, I'm like, you can be as unfiltered as you want. I don't think you would have a problem. I think you would just be another one of the people who are in government. Like, you are the majority, right? So
Sure, but I
can-
should definitely take more interest in the political side and law and actually be educated about the whole 9 yards. Not
because law
just-
is like really one of the main backgrounds you need to have to like really excel in policy, yeah, it's really important because you can't like there's a difference between reading a policy and like understanding the policy, right? And there's a lot of I'm sure Derek probably knows a little bit about that, but like a law background like really helps you kind of just leverage yourself when it comes to politics in general. You tell someone you have a law degree and you are automatically like exactly what's going on here.
That is a very good point. I know a lot of people in school for law and have graduated law, and you can like ask them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is X Y Z." I'm like,
Or
"Oh,
they'll be able to tell you who like
wait a minute."
could know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That too. I've also had to talk to a lawyer as well.
Mm-hmm.
So he educated me on a lot of things, and I was uneducated about any of it. And I was like, all right, you got some good information, buddy. I can see why you went to law school and why you're a lawyer now.
Yeah. Can I ask what are some of those things that you said that you think people wouldn't vote for you for? You said,
Um,
what are those some of those unfiltered thoughts, right? That's what you said we're going to get into. How much longer do we have?
let's see.
When are we done? Oh, don't
We've
put
been
your hands
going
up.
for a little bit. We'll close it off here in about a little bit. Some of the unfiltered thoughts that I have are just kind of like if we're in the moment talking about a decision and it's funny and
And
I
it's
just
funny.
like chime in a little bit, then I might say something like, for example, this time at work. I don't know what sparked the conversation, and this is probably super irrelevant to politics, but
No,
this is
yeah.
one of the unfiltered thoughts that ran through my head. They were talking about Brazilian waxes
Okay.
at one time,
Yeah.
and I was like, very curious.
Yeah.
I was
I
like,
mean, as a
so
guy, yeah. That's okay to be curious.
I was like, so how did it work? How does
Mm-hmm.
it feel? Like, are there specific types?
Mm-hmm.
And they just gave me a rundown of it. And I was like, all right, you know what? I might have to go and experiment with this a little bit. I haven't.
Oh.
Definitely a thought in my head.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you can't knock it till you try it, right?
Here comes the unfiltered thought. You ready?
Okay.
Why do I want to do this?
Yeah.
Because maybe one day I might want my booty hole licked.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's okay. Hey,
To
everybody
be
has their
completely
own.
honest.
Yeah.
To be completely honest and unfiltered.
Everyone has their own
I don't-
sexual preferences.
I
That's
don't,
okay.
I don't want my booty hole being licked and it's hairy. And they're like, "Ugh,"
Yeah,
you
I
know?
agree. Cause yeah. If you're gonna do something like that, it needs to be gone.
Exactly.
It's I feel like it just it's a little messy.
That's
Sexual
so-
preferences are okay. That's okay.
Yeah, thank you,
Yeah,
Shay.
I think people actually have a lot more
Freaky thoughts.
than maybe they let on. I guess so. But everybody's everybody. So yeah,
That's fair. I mean, I wasn't necessarily judged for it either,
yeah,
but it was
because it was women, huh? Yeah, of course. Because we're like,
yes.
yeah,
But they were definitely they laughed and they're like, Xander, like, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah.
Like, did I hear this correctly? And now they keep asking me. They're like, did you get the Brazilian wax yet? I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I haven't. But when I do, I will let you know.
yeah,
But it's mainly the women that want to hear about it at
Mhm.
work, not the guys.
yeah,
When I say this in front of the guys, they're like, yeah, Xander, I didn't need to know that.
yeah. It's not normal. So yeah,
I'm like, all right.
I mean, I guess it's not the norm for guys.
yeah, that's fair.
I bet you if some guys had the opportunity to do it and no one would find out, they probably would.
Yes, but I guess I'm an open person,
Yeah,
and I'll just express myself however way how,
I agree.
I
That's a
wanna
good way to
just-
live.
Just let these raw thoughts out. I'll let them out like a dog, Just let 'em
Dogs don't
roam.
talk.
It was a reference
Let 'em out like a
to
dog. Unless it's Martha Speaks.
the raw thoughts. I
I'm
don't know
just
what
kidding.
you
I'm
caught.
just
You
fucking
caught
with
me
you.
in a loop right there. Now I
I'm
have
just fucking
to-
with you.
I'm like, what's back to it? I gotta let them out like these dogs, all right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you
Yeah,
gotta let your
what is
dogs
it?
out.
Okay, what's next?
What's next? I mean, there's another topic, but we can.
Okay, you want a Brazilian wax. I had to explain to you why you can have unfiltered thoughts.
You're talking about what other unfiltered thoughts I may have.
I guess. I mean, that's
Or-
what we're here for, right?
We're here for just a
Or maybe
fun
not.
time.
Derek's like,
I know he's over here like what? We can get
He's
into
like, "Actually,
another
I'm sweating."
topic. We can get into some seriousness, or we can close it out.
I mean, I'm here. Like,
are.
yeah, this is what I'm doing for the day.
Oh, this is.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go cash my check, go pick up a Target order, and
Okay.
maybe go get my nails done. But I think I'm gonna just wait for that for the weekend.
I hear you.
I think that's a weekend activity.
We'll get into the next topic. I'm unfamiliar with this guy. I heard a few of his songs. They're actually pretty good.
Okay.
But I've been seeing a lot of what he did on the news everywhere. D4 DVD? Dead?
Oh.
How do you say the name?
Yeah, I don't know. I actually have heard about that. Like me and you probably seeing that you don't even know how to say his name is I have as much information as you do on this topic. This might not be a good yeah. I never knew who he was. I've like seen about it. I don't okay, so the thing is I don't have TikTok, right? And I feel like that's where a lot of the information is at for this. And I only have Instagram and LinkedIn. So yeah, I really don't know too much about that situation. I've just seen like little clips, but I skip past it because I don't really know too much. Although it's sad what happened to that girl. I know a girl
Yes.
ended up dead, and that's very sad. So condolences and prayers to her
Well,
family.
just to
But
catch you up a little bit, I don't know too much information. This is just from what I read. He is being accused because they found a girl, a younger woman, supposedly to be his girlfriend,
yeah,
chopped up into pieces in the back of his car.
yeah,
I was like, wait a minute. Number
that's so
one, you're
sad.
older. Number
Yeah.
two, she was like 13, 15.
Okay. How old was he?
In
I
his
mean, I'm sure.
20s,
Oh my God.
23, 25.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like this generation, like, in the technology, like, it really has you being able to even, like, communicate with someone who's that much older than you and to, like, be forming a whole relationship with, yeah, it's just crazy. It's, yeah, it's
I mean, I
grooming. It's
agree with
grooming.
you.
She got groomed and now she's dead. Like, that's so sad.
Yes, I guess someone with that kind of clout per se, that much money, you have a lot of leverage against a lot of people because people are attracted to that. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of people are attracted to that. A lot of women, a lot of anybody. If you came up to me and you're like, hey, I have like $10 million, not even, probably like, I'll give you like $250,000 just to, you know, pose as being my boyfriend because I'm gay or I don't know, something.
Yeah.
Or like a woman came up to me, they're like, I'll give you $250,000 to be my boyfriend, but I'm actually a lesbian and I don't
Yeah.
want my parents to know that. I'm like, sign me up, girl.
Yeah, I sure would too. I mean,
I'd be like,
that's
what?
India Love and DDG, right? I know. I think they're doing it. I know as much about them as I know
I
about
don't
this
know, but
too.
that, yeah. So I was like,
I don't
real
know about
thrown off.
streamers and stuff and all that.
It's just it's a crazy situation to be in. This car was found in a parking lot. He wasn't there. It's been there for days. It was in a Tesla. And they're now just, she's been like missing for years.
Oh wow.
So it's, I mean, it's just crazy to think about this kind of situation happening. Number one, an older man is dating a younger female. And number two, to find a body in the back of a car from a girl who's gone missing for years. Just two crazy things to really think about. It's like we still have, I guess, psychopaths like that in the world.
I mean, that's always gonna exist.
Yes,
It's genetics and all that,
I guess so.
or something.
I don't know. I don't know
Maybe
how
don't
to
quote
feel
me on
about
that
it,
because I'm about
but
to be a social work major.
unfiltered. I don't know how to feel about it 100%, but it's just it's wild. It's a wild story to be put out there. It's wild to find a body in a car. If I was like just strolling along or if I was doing a police investigation, you know, first responders see a whole bunch of stuff on scene. So just to be the first person to actually discover the body
Yeah.
on scene
Probably crazy.
is wild, you know? It's like similar to the mortuary. It's like you're having to go and do this investigation about all these bodies. Of course, that's their job, but at the same time, it's a wild experience, you know? By the way, they identified, I want to say 4 or 6 bodies out of the 25 bodies
25 bodies where?
at the mortuary.
Oh, here in Pueblo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard about that too. But like, yeah, I guess I'm not too educated on it. Like something about the coroner, like he was keeping bodies or something for like, yeah, it's. I'm like, I don't even know what to say about these topics. I'm like, I feel like I guess I'm not educated enough on them to speak on it. But yeah, it's both are weird.
That's true.
Weird.
These are just topics I wanted to kind of just bring up and just kind of discuss a little bit.
Yeah.
The mortuary is very, because it's in Pueblo, so it's like
Yeah.
it's even crazier to even just have that kind of run through your brain. just
Yeah.
because it is in Pueblo and we live in Pueblo.
Mm-hmm.
This happened similarly in Canyon City,
Mm.
not in Canyon City, but in Penrose a few years ago, where there's like a whole bunch of bodies
Mm-hmm.
that weren't actually disposed of properly. They were just
Mm.
there, and they found him, and now we're having this in Pueblo. So
Yeah, was the coroner a man over there too?
it wasn't actually the coroner. It
Mm.
was, I think it was just a mortuary or a funeral home,
Mm.
and they were just keeping the bodies for
Wow.
It was a
themselves.
woman,
Or
actually.
It
It was
was.
a married couple.
Oh, ooh. So it wasn't a woman; it was a married couple. Don't try to put that on her. Yeah,
That's
you
even
know who's
crazier.
running that. You know who's running that show.
The woman,
No,
the
that
man.
man who's keeping the bodies and doing something with them later.
What? Sometimes you have
You know that's why they
psycho
like
women.
they're weary about hiring men at mortuaries because of that reason. Because men be like getting weird thoughts in their head afterwards, and they like most of the time end up doing some.
Crazy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
women
That's
are less
fair.
likely to do something like that because like yeah.
I can see your point. That
No, I'm like that's real.
I mean,
like it's not like
no,
something
I,
I'm
I,
saying.
no, I know what you're saying. It's just, it's sad, you know?
Yeah, it's gross.
It's gross and sad. It's like, why would you have those thoughts? Like, why? Like, be ethical.
I mean, mental illness.
It
I'm
has
like, I'm
to
not the
be,
right person, like social work major.
right? I mean, it
mental
has to
illness.
come down to some type of mental illness.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's getting into the world. I got a few other questions for you, and then we'll end it out right there.
Okay.
Awesome. So you've discussed your future goals with politics, leadership within the community. What kind of challenges have you faced in ASG as a leader within the university that stumped you?
Challenges. I mean, I guess nothing necessarily outside of the norm, you know, different personalities, dealing with different people with different, you know, a team, right? Everyone's going to have different thoughts, different perspectives, different opinions. I don't think I ran into anything that's extremely hard. Outside of maybe when I first joined ASG, it was really hard for me because I was the only African American on the entire team for at least like until I became in leadership and I put other people on until I had the power to put people on the team. I was the only Black person on the whole team. And so I guess that was like the only time where I was like, it really showed me that like, I guess you can often hear about like underrepresentation and you don't really understand it until you see it, right? Until you're in those shoes and you're in a room and you're like, oh, this is what that means, right? There should be no reason why why am I the only one in this room? So I guess that's really the only like stumping thing is like trying to make sure that representation is there. But that was when I first joined. I feel like it's a lot different now that I've been in leadership. I've gotten people from all over campus, you know, not even just focusing on ethnicity and race, like different backgrounds. Are you out of state? What's your major? You know, type of thing. Do you have military background? You know, or what type? Maybe you have a different background that you can bring like a different perspective to student government type of thing. So, yeah.
So it seems like you're the type of person who kind of like rolls with the punches. You just kind of, if there's something that's presenting a problem, like I'm gonna find a solution for it. I'm not gonna overthink it.
Yeah, I mean, and there's always times where I'm gonna overthink it, you know, especially if it's personal. I guess that's probably when I mostly overthink. But when it comes to work, you know, I'm like, okay, well, we have a certain goal, right? So it has to be done at the end of the day. So we need to get this done. Yeah, I guess there's not too much. I don't know. When me and Alondra were running, there was like one little weird thing that occurred, but I don't know if I should even speak on it.
I mean, you can do as you wish.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to. Maybe I am.
You're allowed to say anything
Yeah.
on my podcast. Shit.
Yeah.
If
I
you
just
would
don't know,
to
like with the
speak on it,
school, I'm like, I don't know. Well, long story short, when me and Alondra were running, did you happen to know Alondra?
Mm-mm.
She was the president last year, a Latina woman, and I was her vice president. And when we were running, not was it last year or the year before? Either way, there was just a question at like the last debate that was asked by the opposite team, and it was just really interesting to me. I guess that's the only other thing that I can think of. The question was something along the lines of, I see that your team is mostly African American and Hispanic. Are you planning to like exclude white people? Like, why are there no white people on your team? Even though there were, which is why I was confused about that because I was like, where did that come from? But yeah, I guess that was the only thing that was like, oh, this is what these students think. Like, and it's not like it wasn't like a student body group type of idea. It was like the opposite team that I'm running on. So these are also people who I'm eventually gonna have to work with in the following year, right? So I'm thinking in my head like, damn, like this is really what y'all think like people out here to do, right? That's kind of oh no,
Yeah.
that's
Do
kind of
you ever
crazy.
feel like emotionally drained by everything going on? All the events you got to attend to, emails,
I mean,
plans.
yeah, who doesn't? Everybody needs some downtime. Yeah, and I take my downtime too. You know, I just took that with the past 3 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets draining, but I love it at the end of the day, right? So I work a job where it's maybe there's times where I feel emotionally drained or I feel like maybe like I'm not financially compensated enough, but I enjoy the job. So that's what matters to me. I'd rather be happy in a job and have these other little instances than have a job I hate and have like a lot of money and all this other stuff, because I don't want to hate going to work. I don't want to hate like, it's already hard that we live in a world where it's like you work to live now. You don't live to work. I would hate to have a job that I don't enjoy, and spending every single day like that. Like that sounds like an awful
I agree.
life. Yeah.
I feel you right there. With all that being said, we're going to end this out, Shay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being on here and being the very first guest of the
Yeah. Oh
rebranded
my
All
gosh.
In podcast, All In Show.
Wow.
On YouTube, it's the All In Show. Everywhere else, it's the All In podcast. So I have my guest here, Shay Wilson
Yes.
from Colorado State University, Pueblo, Associated Student Government, ASG.
Yes.
Yes, President. So if you're around campus, if you're watching this, say hi, say
Yeah.
what's up.
Say hey, stop by.
Get involved in the community, get
Hmm.
involved in the university, go and be the best you can be. This
Yes.
is the All In Show. This is Xander. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. With that being
Like and
said,
subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button too.
we're going to head out of here, guys.
Bye.
Peace.